it's Charlsie. Welcome back to my kitchen, and today I'm going to show you how to make a perfect chuck-eye steak. I've already got my cast iron pan heating up because you want it scorching hot. So join me at the stovetop and I'm going to show you how to do this. This is a chuck-eye steak, and you can see there's got a lot of fat marbling in there, but I'm telling you, that beef is so tender. And if you can move over to our cast iron, is absolutely smoking, and that's what I want. And I'm going to cook this using a recipe from one of my favorite chefs from Louisiana. Oops, sorry about that. Which is Chef Paul Prudhomme. And we're going to do blackened steak magic today. He is actually the person who invented blackened redfish. So I've got some butter. It's not quite soft enough, so I'm just gonna let it get a little bit warm and melty, because what I want to do is spread this on top of this beef. And again, it's not quite where I want it, so let me just grab it again. I haven't added anything to the skillet yet as a fat, but I'm going to use some pure tallow. This is a little bit of my own addition to Chef Paul's recipe, because I want that good tallow fat to cook the steak in, not just butter. So his exact words in the recipe, or at least the magic seasonings blends people, was smear the top of your steak with butter. So I've done that. Now I'm going to take Blackened Steak Magic, and don't be afraid of this. It is not spicy, it's just flavorful. So really load it on. I've used my Redmond Salt, and my beef is at room temperature. So here we go. Let's add some tallow. Just about a teaspoon. I just want enough to coat the pan, and be careful because it is hot and it'll pop off on you. Okay, I'm going seasoned side down. So here we go. Into this really hot pan. Now, I'm going to do the same thing with butter again. You probably have to heat it up a little bit. I'm going to smear this side, as he would say. And my heat level is high. Oh. You can try to spread it around a little bit better. And this butter's going to melt, so I'm just going to let it sit on the steak for a second. And then I'm going to coat it down with the Paul Prudhomme's. And the beauty of this is you don't really have to make a sauce for your steak. A lot of you that are carnivore or ketogenic are used to making some kind of buttery sauce just to add a little bit of flavor, and of course you want the fat ratio to be up there. That's why I'm using this pure tallow. So now we're going to flip. Beautiful. It's already starting to blacken. I'm going to flip, let that cook for a minute or two, and then I'm just going to keep flipping it until it's done. It will take anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes for this steak to be done. And then, of course, with all beef, it's better if you let it rest for a few minutes before you slice into it and eat it. But that is your Paul Prudhomme's blackened steak, blackened Chuck-Eye Steak. And hey, if you've never seen them in your grocery store, just ask your butcher. It's always a good idea to get to know your butcher. And if you see that they have chuck roast on special, odds are they're going to have some Chuck-Eye steaks because they're basically the cap of the chuck roast. Again, nice sear. There we go. I'm not going to add any more seasoning or butter or anything to the steak. I'm just going to keep flipping it. And if you're 100% carnivore, this would be great for you to have at brunch with a couple of eggs. Scramble a couple of eggs on the side, or add some yogurt or cheese. And I'm glad we're, staying with the filming so you can just see you do flip often. Just letting it cook through. And really, it's going to just depend on, you can see I can blend it and it's still very rare. So I want to cook it some more for myself. I like my steaks to be medium rare. I do like some pink inside. So I love that about Chuck-Eye. You can just kind of break it apart. And if your Chuck-Eye is really thick, then you can split it so it'll cook a little bit faster. You could also finish it in your oven for 5 minutes or so. What degrees do we normally, when we finish steaks? I'm asking our cameraman. 400, 450, 425. So if you want to finish this off in the oven, you can do that at 425. But the key to this is just staying with it. Paul Prudhomme recommends using a good old cast iron because it gets so hot and you can leave it hot. And that's, see how blackened, that's giving me that great finish that I was after. And it's just a very flavorful steak. I'm going to peek in there. See, this is getting close. I'm going to flip it at least one more time and then we should be done. And listen, I will link the Magic Seasonings website so that you can order these seasonings yourself. I use just about everything that he's ever come out with. The seasonings are just balanced. They taste so good. And I tell you what, I found one for hamburgers. Oh my gosh. We won't eat our hamburgers without that hamburger seasoning. So I'll put the link below. Go check it out. They are available in better grocery stores. Publix has the Rouse's if you're down south. Publix is down south in the United States. But you can always order online. Okay, we're going to go one more time. That is lovely. So I am going to turn my heat off. I'm liking this beautiful blackened surface. So I'm taking this steak off. I'm going to plate it. And you could, if you want, use the drippings over your steak. You don't have to. But this is it. I'm going to let it rest for about 5 minutes, then I'll cut into it and show you what it looks like. So here's our beautiful Chuck-Eye steak. Whoo, it's juicy. Caught that. I want to cut into it so you can see. And I just kind of follow the fat line to pull it apart. And like I said, I like mine medium rare, so it's pink in there. That's perfect for me. There you go. That is your beautiful Chuck-Eye steak. give them a try if you've never had one before. And listen, I'll see you really soon in my kitchen.